of, big clothes or whatever, or not being super sexually whatever. I don't like it when people try to praise me for that by shaming others who do that.
There's always some standard of beauty that you're not meeting. Because if you're thin enough, then you don't have that ass that everybody wants. But if you have enough weight on you to have an ass, then your stomach isn't flat enough. It's all just fucking impossible.
I think anyone is allowed to wear whatever they want and do whatever they want, and
I'm more insecure about my body now than I was when I was that really skinny guy at 50.
Think I forgot how to be happy, something I'm not.
What is your biggest insecurity?
My voice. It's low, manly. When I was a kid, everyone would say that I had a really manly voice, and I'd be like, well, whatever.
So I'm South Asian, right? I have this little bump in my nose, and I've always been a bit like, oh, I don't have that cute little slope kind of thing. So it bothered me a little when I was younger, but I'm a little bit over now, but it's still a little bit of an insecurity.
So, like, what are the sorts of things that you did to kind of get through that insecurity?
I think being able to see more South Asian people and people of colour in media who don't have the typical little button nose kind of thing, it helped me to grow my confidence and be like, you know what, it's normal to have your little bump and your big nostrils or whatever, it's fine to look anyway.
Darling, next time someone tries to bring you down, remember that confidence is silent and the insecurity is loud.
everybody's hot.
Where is she answering? And who am I? That's not a secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear this, but I mean, actually, I can name a few people who probably should listen to a message like this, because enough is enough, man. Like, it's 2023. We're going to be entering 2024 in only a few months. This year's gone by so quickly, and a lot of you guys have spent your time worrying about your appearance and how you look. Now, I'm not going to sit down here and say that the way that you look doesn't affect maybe where you are in life or your position or how people treat you, because that's definitely a part to play. But I think that it's not the biggest, and it shouldn't be the biggest. But I think also the same people who complain to me in my DMs personally about how, like, you know, I'm getting bullied for the way that I look. To be completely honest with you, we've all been there. We've all been there. Like, we're not everyone's cup of tea. Like, the same way I think that I'm a beautiful being and everything, some people may not, you know, agree with that and may not feel that about me. But you know what? I don't wake up every single day trying to prove a point or trying to get the whole world to like me or find me good looking. You know, if I'm being honest with you, I don't know, maybe it's something that I need to figure out and deal with, but I'm not the type of person where, like, I'm so obsessed with compliments. Compliments don't keep me going. They don't make me realize my worth or anything. And when I mean compliments about my outer beauty. I don't really pay any attention. Of course, I appreciate it when someone compliments me, but I just don't make it a big deal, you know, because I think there's more to a human being than just physical attraction. Now, when I'm dating and doing all of that, right? For me personally, obviously, you're not gonna, let's be honest, on the dating apps, we all are judgmental as hell. We are all going based on, you're not going based on someone's profile as much as you are someone's photos, okay? And for me personally, obviously, I don't want to be with somebody that I'm not attracted to. Therefore, I would swipe for the people that I am actually attracted to. Just for my own sanity and peace of mind, because I mean, yeah, you know, go for what it is that you want. But I'm also aware of the fact that when I'm on the dating apps, which is pure hell, by the way, I'm aware of the fact that not everybody's attracted to me personally as well. And that's something that you kind of have to just firm. You just have to understand that, like, not everyone is going to be attracted to you. You have to get to a place in life where you just realize that, you know what, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. I think a lot of people are trying to, you know, force it. Some people are trying to force it with their crushes. They don't pay you any attention because they don't see you. And that's the harsh reality. They don't see you. You're not in their peripheral. And some of them believe that they're above you. You can't go around chasing somebody like that. You can't. And a lot of people who have crushes in high school, who are looking for their crush to recognize them, you don't even recognize who you are. You don't know who you are as a person. You don't know what it is that you have to offer. You don't know what your hobbies are. A lot of people are chasing the wrong things. And I think that I understand why people do that. And I understand why attraction is such a big thing, why people always want to look good 24/7, but that will never be me. And I think I've accepted that, and I've actually realized that it's not that big of a deal. And that's why I'm here to spread the message with a lot of my followers. I don't care your gender, I don't care your age. I think this message can apply to absolutely anyone. And you know what, by revising this mentality day in, day out, I've actually been a lot more calmer, and I've actually just been like, you know what, it's okay. Like, I'm still breathing, there's blood still running through my veins, my heart is still beating, I'm still alive, and I'm fine, you know. So I guess in order to start off, in order to have this conversation, I should probably talk a bit about my story, you know. I'm laughing because I'm actually quite, like, I know I talk a lot, like, I know I can go on and we can have a cute gist or whatever, but I don't really like tap into my story, just because I like privacy. I do like privacy, but I also feel like, you know what, I'm at that place where, yeah, you can still have privacy, but you can also still have real ass conversations for those who need to hear it. And I just want to put this out there for you guys right now. My delivery may not be a little bit of you. You might not like it, but at the end of the day, I think a delivery like this, where somebody's just saying it as it is probably the best way to go about it. Same way if any of my friends came to me and they needed advice, I would be brutally honest. I would give them the disclaimer that, hey, I love you so much, but just hear me out when I say this, you know, just because I think a lot of people love for you to kiss their ass and gas them up, even if they're your friends or family. But I can't do that because I care for you so much. I don't want to see you get hurt. But I do think that you need to fix up a little bit. I do think that you're not helping yourself when it comes to certain things. So yeah, with my story and beauty and attraction, and I grew up sorry, I'm laughing because it was really a struggle. It was really a struggle to like find myself pretty or cute or anything. So basically, yeah, I grew up not really feeling myself like that. I grew up not really praising myself or seeing myself as something worth loving, which is really deep and intense. And I think it was only until I was 21, which is crazy because it feels like yesterday. I never thought that I was like the ugliest kid, because there were the uglier kids in my class, and I do this because the uglier kids were treated poorly and singled out and were told they were ugly, you know. So I never really felt like, oh my god, like I was going to be targeted, this, that and the other. But I definitely did feel like, okay, I didn't look like the girls who rated themselves, who were overtly confident and who actually loved them, just put in the effort. I never did that. For me personally, I think I grew up a tomboy. Do you know what? I think I grew up a tomboy, and I know what it is now, and I'm laughing because I don't know, like it's just so different from my personality now and the way that I dress now. Like, I still will tap into my moments of wearing like a full-on tracksuit and everything, because why the flip not? Like, bitch, if I want to be comfortable, I'm gonna be comfortable, and the tracksuit is always gonna do it, right? But like, I grew up just loving oversized baggy clothes that weren't figure hugging, clothes that made me like clothes that made me look like a guy. And I actually know what it is now. I think it's really toxic when I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say the reason behind it, but like, because of traumas, I felt that I had to do that. And I'm just so happy that I'm in a place right now where it's like, I'm getting better at just like, bro, wear whatever the flip you want to wear. It doesn't matter. Like, bro, if it's not that deep, you know. But it took me a while to get to that place. Anyways, so yeah, when I was younger, I didn't really look at myself as like the most attractive. Sorry, the most attractive person ever. But I didn't think that I was ugly, to be completely honest with you. And I think the reason for that is no one bullied me. No, like, they didn't pick on me when I was in primary school the way they picked on the other students, right? So I felt, oh my god, like maybe the world doesn't see me in like an ugly way. But truth be told, when I looked in the mirror, I just wanted to change everything. Yeah, like I remember I was like 9, 10, 11 years old. Babes, why am I hurting myself so young? I don't know. And I remember like thinking to myself, like, it's public knowledge that women go through this and have these negative thoughts day in, day out. But do men go through this? And I felt that I couldn't really tell any guys, whether it be brothers or a dad, that, oh, I'm looking in the mirror, I'm not really liking what I see. Just because I felt like, is it weird that we're having this conversation right now? Like, because I can't imagine my dad having those thoughts, nor can I imagine my brothers, but maybe they do have those thoughts. Until this day, I've never really asked them. I probably should ask them. But I don't think it's really acceptable for guys to share their deep, deep feelings about appearance and everything. But I do feel for them because, and I know I'm going on a tangent, but I promise you it all makes sense. And I just also, my mind is just yapping. It's going at it, okay? But I kind of do feel sorry for men because as much as some of them can be absolutely trashy and could have done me dirty, I feel sorry for them when it comes to physical appearance. Like, if you're not over 5'11", people don't want you. They don't. And when it comes to height, you can't change that unless you go and fly out to Turkey and literally get knee surgery. Like, unless you do that, bro, you kind of got to work with what you've got going on, right? Like, I do feel sorry for men because, bro, you can't, like, sometimes I kind of fall into that stereotype of, like, not stereotype, but, like, I just don't really want someone who's, like, under 5'11". And I have to ask myself, okay, Keisha, but why is that? But then when I have hung out with someone who wasn't 5'11" and was in fact 5'6", I personally couldn't do it. That's not my cup of tea personally, but it doesn't mean I hate those people. It doesn't mean that I never want to be seen around those kind of people. But it just means that, you know what, I've had that experience and it's not for me anymore. It's not. We all have types. I know in this day and age, it seems like an off thing to have, but I think it's good to have your type. I think it's good to know what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. It doesn't mean you have to disrespect everything else that you don't like or that's not a bit of you. And also, just because it's not my type does not mean that I hate it or I think it's the worst thing in the world. And I think the internet does that a lot, where they try and get you to feel bad for the other people that you just aren't attracted to. I can't help it if I don't look at you and feel like, damn, like, that's a little bit of me. You know, like, no, I just don't feel that way about everyone, and not everybody feels that way about me. Okay? I'm sorry, but maturing is realizing these things. It was only 2021 where I realized that, hey, I'm a bad bitch, period. But you know what it is that helped me get to that place? It was lockdown. It was truly lockdown. It was lockdown. During lockdown, I had so much time to sit down and think and realize that, hey, you know what? Like, Keisha, help yourself here. Keisha, help yourself here. Like, put in the effort. And when I mean put in the effort, I don't mean like you have to beat your face and wear makeup 24/7. Like, no, because makeup is also really addicting too. You put it on once, you never want to leave it. You never want to leave it. Some people can't even go out their house without makeup. It's very addicting. And that was me at some point. Like, I genuinely like wearing makeup because it does what it needs to do, period. But am I leaving my house every single day wearing makeup? Am I going to the corner shop wearing makeup? Hell no. Am I going to the park wearing makeup? No. Am I going to go and lick my friends wearing makeup? Sometimes, yeah, if I feel like it. And most times, no. I don't live my life hiding behind makeup because that's what it used to be for me. And that's unfortunately what it is for a lot of women. They just won't come out and say it. They're in defense mode by saying, no, I'm not hiding anything. Like, I just like it. No. I mean, some of you guys do, yes. But also for a lot of you guys, you're insecure as hell and you feel that makeup hides all of your imperfections, like the dark marks, the under eye bags, the dark circles, the acne and everything. Been there, done that. Till this day, I still have those days. Till this day, I still have those days. So I get where you guys are coming from, and I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad because, hello, that's still me to a certain degree till this day. But the thing is, like, I don't think a lot of us are living for ourselves. I think we're living to please other people and we're seeking validation in general. But also you're seeking it from the wrong types of people. You need to just look at yourself and work on yourself. And by working on yourself, I do not mean getting cosmetic fillers, surgery, none of that. Like, if that's what you're into, great, you do you. But I don't want that to feel like I don't want it to feel like an obligation, because there was a time back in 2016, 2017 where everybody wanted to flip and look like Kylie Jenner. They wanted to copy and paste her face onto yours. But babes, it just does not work like that. We're not genetically built the same. We do not look the same. Thank God. I don't want to look like Emily, Stacey, Barbara, and Nikki. I don't. I'm me. I'm Keisha. Till this day, I still look in the mirror. I'm like, I could fix that. But I don't actually do anything about it. I don't actually go to book appointments to change things just because, you know what, it's not that deep. And also, I like the way that I look. They just give me time. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Just give me time, and I will actually, I believe that for everyone, there is going to be a day, I don't know when, I don't know how many years from now, days, weeks, months, where we actually we look in the mirror like, bro, it's not that deep. Like, I like how I look, you know, I do. I think that the way that I look at my mom, I look at my dad. And it's okay. Like, I am their child. I look like them. I get the want to change your appearance. I get it. I get the temptation, especially being on social media. You shouldn't be on social media if you're insecure. Point blank period. You should not be on social media if you're insecure. If you're somebody who looks at other women or other people and you get jealous of their lifestyle, you get jealous of the fact that they're pretty and they get a certain amount of likes, then babes, you're very insecure. And you got to tell yourself that. Now, insecurity does not have to be the worst thing, but it's only bad when you don't work on it. You're very insecure. You are. And we've all had those moments where we look at other people's lives and we're like, damn, I wish I had it like that. Or damn, I wish I was at where they're at. And you don't know where they're at. You don't know their mindset. You don't know how they truly feel about themselves. I think a lot of the people who get dolled up and look the prettiest on Instagram are people who just, not always, not everyone, because I do believe there are confident women out there. I do believe there are people who generally are very sure of themselves and are bad bitches and love to let the whole world know. Love that for you. And I pray, God willingly, we all get to that place too. But there are plenty of people who get dolled up, invest in their clothes, invest in their bodies and everything, but aren't truly happy. You know, they're just happy editing this photo and they're happy painting this facade to their followers. All right? It's unhealthy as hell. It's unhealthy. And I do believe people that I used to follow on Instagram painted a facade to me, and then we later found out that, hey, it wasn't all that it seemed. And that's when I had to unfollow them. And I think a lot of you guys who are on social media do not follow people who look like you. You don't. You're not helping your case here, is what I'm trying to say. I think that we can all do better. I do think that sometimes we've just got to step up and realize that, hey, whilst I can't change X, Y, and Z about myself, I can do certain things to boost my confidence, whether it be working out. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm a lazy bitch. I pray that one day I can get to a point where I have like a full-on fitness schedule that I actually stick to. Because like, it's one thing to create a schedule and be like, you know what, okay, so tomorrow I'm gonna do this, and then Tuesday that. Nah, babes, no, like, I don't think I've actually worked out longer than, and that's a lie, because I used to do Pilates, and that was me bettering my mindset and body. You know, you guys would know that I actually dealt with depression a couple months ago, and it's crazy because I opened up to you guys about it when, like I mentioned earlier, I'm very like private, but when it comes to talking about real life stuff that actually is affecting human beings, then I don't want to be private about it. I want to let the whole world know, hey, this is where I'm at, and this is my goals, and these are the things that I'm struggling with, because that is the real life human experience, struggles. Okay, I can't sit on here and pretend that I know everything that I'm talking about, but I can share with you guys what it is that I've gone through. And if I'm being honest with you, I don't know where I'm truly at when it comes to depression, because it does still get to me till this day. And we're literally in September, and I probably opened up to you guys about my depression back in, was it June? I think, I'm not too sure. Like, I know when I first started dealing with it, but I'm trying to think about when I first opened up with you guys about the struggles and everything. Depression is something that makes me sad, obviously. Like, obviously. But no, it makes me sad thinking about, I don't want to talk about it because I know I'm going to cry. So I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to cry. But I think, and I can't ever watch that video back again. Like, even if I'm in the place where like I'm content and I have everything that I want, and things are looking good for me, I just wouldn't click on that video. But I'm happy that you guys have clicked on that video and got to see a different side to me. I don't know. Anyways, can we stop talking about it? But no, I do think a little part of my depression came from wanting to be like the next person. I think it also came from wanting to prove a point. People have this misconception about me, but a misconception about black girls as well, that we're all just angry 24/7 and that we are ratchet as hell and we're uneducated. And I think that those stereotypes for me really, really irked me. I went to an all-girls secondary school. God knows why. Seriously, couldn't tell you to this day. It wasn't my choice anyways, but I went to an all-girls school, and if there's one thing that I've learned about going to an all-girls Catholic school is teachers don't have your back. There's always going to be a fight every other day, and you're going to get insecure as hell. You're going to get insecure when you're around a bunch of different girls who have confidence that you would dream of. And there's so much nitpicking that happens in school. And I didn't really attend to my mental health because I didn't know much about mental health when I was 14, 15. I didn't know it was really a thing. We weren't taught these things. I can't say that I grew up in a household where my parents were telling me about mental health because, truth be told, my parents aren't from here. Like, they're not from here. It's not something that was engraved in their generation. So they're just learning about mental health the same way I am as well right now. But I think a little part of my depression was probably trying to prove a point, or to try and make it seem like I was more confident than I actually was at the time, because I saw some of my so-called friends who were confident. I've learned that being by myself actually isn't that bad. It isn't that bad. I do like talking a lot. I do like socializing with people. Depends what day you catch me on, because I do think I'm actually I think I'm an ambivert. I'm a mixture of extrovert and introvert. It just depends what day you catch me on. Depends on if I'm comfortable with you, then I will talk. But if I'm not, then I'm just gonna I'm still gonna make an effort to try and say hi and stuff, but we're just not like that, are we? Not yet anyways. But yeah, I like being by myself. Because by myself I get to actually just focus on me. Yeah, I like my own company. I'm not scared to be by myself. But at the same time though, I don't know, I think you need to start getting comfortable with your own skin. I do. I hope this doesn't sound controversial or anything, but, and I remember this white girl coming to me. She was coming to me in my DMs and she was like, "Hey Keisha, I think I have this problem with tanning." At first I was like, girl, I was like, wait, what? Why are you telling me? Respectfully, babes, why are you telling me? So she was like, "Keisha, I think I have this problem with tanning. I can't stop. I don't like my fair, pale skin." I was like, okay, tell me more. She told me more. And basically, she doesn't like her natural complexion, basically. She doesn't like how pale she is. She kept saying to me in my DMs that, I'm as pale as, she was like, "I'm as pale as paper," like that. She likes tanning. I'm so nosy. I wanted to know everything. I was like, okay, so, but why, though? When did it start? She was like, it started from, as early as she can remember. She loved tanning. She never embraced her natural complexion. Babes, listen, let me tell you this straight up, yeah? I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. You better start embracing that shit. Because God forbid you can't afford tan. What are you going to do next? We need to stop hiding behind who you truly are. Stop it now. It's jarring. It's so jarring. When people come to me and tell me, "Keisha, I'm so insecure," I'm like, bro, there's nothing to be insecure about. You are stunning. I promise you, out of the hundreds of thousands of DMs that I've gotten since I first started my YouTube channel, right, about insecurities and people telling me hey, I don't like the way that I look, I would go on their profile because I'm a busybody, and also I just want to see who is this complaining to me? Who is this? And I check your pictures and I'm like, oh, if I was you, I wouldn't be insecure. You're fine. You're good. Trust me. You're good. You're good. People are in my DMs "Oh, hey Keisha, I have a crooked nose. My nose is not straight." Okay. Where do we go from here? What do you want me to do? I can't straighten that ish out for you. I can't. I don't want you to straighten that ish out. And also, we just live in this really weird time where growing up, the straighter and smaller your nose was, the more attractive you are, which is absolute BS, by the way. That makes no sense. Like, no, seriously, the logic behind that, I mean, what logic? I remember, like, back in 2021, I think, everybody was, like, gassing over the guys with the crooked big noses. Everything in life is just a trend, bitch. Don't get so excited when, oh my god, there's a trend that fits me. Bitch, just do you. Do you. Don't listen to that stupid ass prick who has a lot to say about your looks. Who cares what they think? Don't give them power. And I wish that I didn't give certain comments in my life power. I don't give a flying F about nobody. Like, I don't. And it's good to be selfish. It's good to come to that place of, you know what, I don't give a flying F about X, Y, and Z and what they said to me. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, certain comments do get to me, especially when they're real creative. Especially when they're like, obviously, like, I'm on the internet, right? So, like, people get real creative with their disses, and it's like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, that ish hurt me because, like, who thinks to say something like that, you know? So it does still get to me to this day, but I try not to give it too much power. Like, if I'm gonna be mad at it, give myself 24 hours, and then the next day, bitch, vamos, like, you don't even exist to me, okay? But for the most part, I'm not dwelling on comments. If I'm being honest with you, I don't really care if someone says you're ugly. It's like, okay, cool. Who the flip are you telling me that I'm ugly? Have you seen yourself, first and foremost? You're the ugly one, if we're really going to talk about it. Because what business do you have calling somebody else ugly? That's what I want to know. Everyone's too obsessed with beauty and attraction and everything, and I just feel like we need to all cut the BS and just realize that, hey, not everything in life is perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're insecure as hell. Tell yourself that. Whether it's working out, if you don't like the way your body looks, now genetically sometimes you can't, like, some things just can't change. But also in that same breath though, people get like insecure over the most random things, and I'm not going to try and make someone's insecurity seem like less than, because I get it. Sometimes our insecurities are a little bit stupid. I was watching this documentary thing and she was insecure as hell about absolutely everything on her body, and to me, I mean, she looks fine, you know, like she was insecure mainly about her arm fat. Her arm fat. And I was like, bro. I know people say women are judgmental as hell. I know people say women judge more than men and they know what to look out for. But bro, I did not look at this lady and think, oh my god, she's got armpit fat. I don't give a flying F. And you shouldn't too. You shouldn't. I don't give a flying F about no armpit fat or rolls. But if you're not happy with it, then work out. Try that. See how it goes. But also, you have to understand that, like, you can't change everything. It's not physically possible. I'm going to end off this video by... And if you guys want more videos like this... Oh my god, there's a hair on my face. But if you guys want more videos like this, then please let me know. But I'm going to end off this video by pretty much just giving you guys some full-on advice. Even though I've been giving you guys the advice. But let me just give you the full tea, right? Number 1. Start wearing makeup if you know about balance, because I promise you, there was a time for me where it was really addicting. It was fun. It was creative. I liked the way that blush would look on me. I liked the way that lip gloss would look on me. So, like, I'd always want to be having those things by my side. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm a girl where, like, I love me a lip gloss, right? Lip gloss is me. Like, if I'm going out, lip gloss has to be with me. If I left it at home, I'm going back home. Like, I just love me lip gloss. It makes sense for me, right? But, like, I'm also able to go out fresh face, just lip gloss. But it's really addicting. And if you know that you have an addictive personality, then baby, don't do it. You love the way that you look with it. But I think you should also love the way that you look without it. And I'm happy that I'm at that place where it's like, no, babes, I love the way that I look without it. And I had, like, most of my videos are me without makeup. So there's that. Another thing that I want you guys to know is that we are all insecure beings. It doesn't matter how someone likes to flip it, bop it, or twerk it for you guys. We are all insecure as hell. Male or female. We all have our moments where we look in the mirror and we're just like, damn, bitch, who the flip is this? You know? And that's okay. You can have those moments for a bit, but also realize that, hey, we've all got them. And if you don't like what you see, you can get up and do something about it rather than complaining all the time. Because I'm not going to lie to you, no disrespect or anything, but it does come across as quite naggy. And I think it's just because we're in 2023 and we're still at this place. Like, are we going to be in 2030 complaining about, hey, I just don't like, you have to get to that place where you just start to realize that, hey, bitch, let me just get up and do something. A lot of you guys are around your biggest enemies. A lot of you guys are around your biggest critics who literally judge everything about you, will spot a pimple on your face that you didn't even know was there. Like, you need to fix that environment. Some of you guys have parents who are toxic as hell. Now, I'm not saying that you can get up and leave, because, I mean, to get a place is expensive. And also, we don't all have that privilege. And also, some of you guys are probably minors. So I'll come to you with advice on that maybe another time. But it's not that easy to just like change your environment or change the people around you. But I mean, if they're friends of yours, people you don't live with, then get rid of them. Good riddance. You don't need them. They are adding on to your insecurity. The worst thing in life is stress. And I've realized that stress can make you break out. Stress can make you lose weight unintentionally. Stress can honestly give you a headache. It can mess with your health, right? Oh, I just got a cute message. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, I love cute messages. I love when people think of me, because I think of people. I do. I don't have that many people to think of, because I don't have that many people in my life, which sounds really depressing, but it's also kind of a choice, but then kind of not. We're gonna have some real ass conversations on the channel. I might even start like a new segment where we have real ass conversations about real life things that I have gone through and still currently going through. But you need to just be your number one fan. Stop living for other people. Stop seeking validation. Their opinions do not matter. Get off of TikTok and do it now, because you can't hack it, and that's okay. I feel like I can go on TikTok without being depressed and insecure. Therefore, I'm going to keep using TikTok. But if you can't do it, uninstall it. No shade or anything, but no one's going to miss you like that. Like, girl, bye. Like, go. Focus on you. Focus on what really matters here. TikTok is always going to be here. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's helped someone out there. Send this video to someone who needs to hear it. Like, sometimes less is more. You don't have to give them the whole paragraph like, hey, I just watch this YouTuber. No. Just send it to them, because they need to hear it in a direct way. Like, I'm talking to you. Okay? So yeah, if it's helped you, if there's anything that you've learned, then please comment down below. And yes, I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.